For a biologist, talking about brain isn't very difficult. The structure of and function of the brain. Brain is situated in the brain box called cranium, and it is surrounded by three meninges, three membranes. Outer one dura mater, intermediate arachnoid membrane, and the lower one pia mater. The brain is surrounded by a kind of fluid, very special fluid called cerebrospinal fluid, which doesn't contain red blood cells, high molecular weight substances. It has very small molecular weight substances like glucose, water, and salts, etc. Brain has 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Each pair is destined to perform certain functions. Some of them are motor nerves, some are sensory nerves. The brain is divisible into three parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Each portion of the brain is committed to perform certain functions. It's all about brain. But when it comes to talking about mind, things become a little more complicated. What's mind? Mind is representative of our thoughts and emotions, sentiments. But where do they reside? Mind is something very special in that it resides, I would say, in the cerebral cortex. It's related to consciousness, our thoughts and emotions, as I said. From which part are these things governed? Again, the question is, the mind diverts, branches out into different things about happiness, sorrow, exhilaration, depression, etc. It leads to several kinds of thoughts processes. We say that controlling mind is very difficult. Mind is comparable to a chariot driven by 12 horses, and horses try to pull the chariot in different directions. It should be put on leash and it should be controlled. दिमाग भटकाता है, ध्यान ठहराता है. When you meditate, you try to control that. You focus on a particular point. In other words, you arrest your wandering thoughts. That's all meditation about. But what is spirit? What is soul? Again, the question becomes very difficult. The soul is a state of consciousness. Highest level of consciousness is soul. Soul is, of course, resident in the body. The soul is the only thing that remains immutable, and it is something which is permanent. This is the only thing which is your own, and this is a part of the Supreme. But the soul and spirit sometimes can be very synonymous. They are generally referred to as two different elements. The active soul is spirit or something like that. But the spirit, soul, mind, and brain are interrelated things, and they have slightly different meanings.